If you're looking to grow your digital presence, content creation makes all the difference. But first, you need to stop making these mistakes. Keep watching so you can take your content strategy from average to money making. Hi, my name is Dami. Welcome to my channel, the best place for social media and content creation insight. If this isn't your first time here, thank you for coming back. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 content creation mistakes you need to stop making this year. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button because if you like this video, you're definitely going to love the next one. I create web and social media content professionally, so I know that a great idea isn't the only thing it takes to make your content stand out. By the way, this video is for all content creators, beginners, current, and even aspirers, right? Something like that. If you're interested in making content, keep watching this video so you can learn the #1 mistake you need to stop making this year. I've been creating content since 2013. So I understand how frustrating it can be when you're creating content and not getting the results that you want. So I put together 5 content creation mistakes that might be getting in the way of your content creation strategy. Let's get into it, counting down from number 5. If you're talking to everyone, you're talking to no one. I understand the need to want to make your content relatable to as many people as possible. It makes sense. You want a good number of people to connect with your content, whether it's on your website, YouTube, or Instagram. However, this doesn't always work in your favor as a content creator. This is precisely why the term niche down was invented. Niching down basically means focusing on a small but well-defined segment of your market, which in this case means your audience. In content creation, it basically means you need to focus your content to a specific audience. One example is when content creators decide to provide 2 different genres of content through the same platform. The problem with putting 2 different types of content on the same platform is the audience. The people who are interested in one type of content are often quite different from the people who are interested in a different kind of content. This creates a big disconnect for your audience, which may ultimately prevent your content from getting to the right audience. To prevent this from happening, I recommend focusing on one specific audience group and then creating content that will resonate with this particular audience group. Remember that in order to keep your audience connected and engaged, you have to continuously and consistently put out content that will resonate with them. If you're constantly jumping back and forth between different kinds of content, it will be very hard for you to retain your audience, not to mention growing it. When you don't think long term, you miss the big picture. As a content creator, you quickly learn how important your social metrics are, like your engagement, your impressions, and your reach. They let you know what's working for your audience and what's not. However, you shouldn't focus too much energy on vanity metrics. When you emphasize creating only content that generates superficial metrics like funny memes and cute puppies, you often lose sight of your actual content creation goals as a result. This leads to you having an audience that's not necessarily interested in what you stand to offer as a brand or a business. There's always a big picture when you're creating content. It's the end goal. It's the reason why you started creating content in the first place. It might be to launch your business, launch a paid product, or even just become a social media influencer. Whatever it is, you have to keep it at the top of your mind when you're creating content. As a content creator who intends to make money off of creating content, you need to be thinking long term and have a good idea of what your content will do for you in the future. Quality over quantity. So when you're creating content for a platform, YouTube, Instagram, a website, or anything really, there's a lot of pressure to pump out as much content as possible in a small frame of time. But you need to keep in mind that while consistency and frequency go a long way in your content strategy, creating good quality content is more important. Essentially, this means no shortcuts in your content creation. Making sure you have excellent writing and great visuals is essential when you're creating content professionally. If you don't engage with your audience, they will not engage with you. Anyone who's ever worked in professional content creation knows that unless you are the Wonder Woman of content creation, not everything you create will be a hit. This is where building a relationship with your audience comes in. In mainstream marketing, this is called brand loyalty. When you create a community around your content, you create a bond with your audience that's not solely dependent on your content. It's kind of like when your favorite artist releases an album and everyone on the internet thinks it's absolutely horrible, but somehow you love it so much that you listen to it every day. As a content creator, this is the ultimate benchmark goal, and the only way to achieve it is to interact with your audience regularly. For example, on social media, you should reply to comments, respond to relevant DMs, and just let your audience know that you see them. This is the only true way to build an engaged community around your content. You can't be impatient when you're trying to grow. Finally, the hardest part as a content creator is giving yourself time to reach your goal. When you create content, there are a lot of things that go into the distribution of your content that makes it difficult for you to completely control the process. And of course, there are strategies for like search engines and algorithms, but you need to understand that what worked for someone else isn't necessarily going to work for you because they have a different platform or a different audience or a different kind of content. So really, you need to give yourself time to really find your space. Work at your own pace. Give yourself space to learn and grow. Do some research, improve your content, and approach every content creation problem with an aim to find a solution. Otherwise, you're going to give up too soon and it will all have been for nothing. So yeah, that's all I have for now. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, please let me know in the comment box. I love hearing from you. I've included a link to my website in the description box where you can find a readable version of these 5 mistakes. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know what kind of video to make next. If you aren't already subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss my next video. Thanks for stopping by. I will see you in the next video. Bye.